Good morning.
Good morning.
The March 14th, 2024 meeting of the Alabama State Board of Education will now come to order. Reverend Candace Fraser, Rector at Church of the Ascension, located here in Montgomery, will now offer the invocation.
Thank you. The Lord is with us. Let us pray. Almighty God, maker of heaven and earth, we come to you in this season of penitence, naming our failings and injustices. We have not loved one another as you have called us to. We have not loved our neighbors as ourselves. We ask forgiveness for those things we have done and those things we have left undone. We acknowledge and bewail our shortcomings and failures, those we have failed to educate, those who we have treated with indifference or manifested harm, the racial injustice we perpetuate through our policies and practices, the hardening of our hearts, our desires in maintaining status quo, our lack of trust, and the creative and transformative energy that you have inspired in all of creation. We offer ourselves to your mercy and renew our hope in your grace, that through our manifold sins and iniquities you might redeem us, encourage and strengthen us, and inspired by your Spirit and reconciling love, we might partner with you and one another in the building up of the education system in Alabama and inspiring our love and support of arts education and in nurturing minds, hearts, and bodies to further those purposes that are true, good, and beautiful in this world. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Fraser. Thank you, Reverend Fraser. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States. Attention, salute, and pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Ms. Thornton. Would you please read the call the roll?
Yes, ma'am. Mrs. Bell,
Present.
Dr. Chestnut,
Present.
Governor Ivey,
Present.
Mrs. Manning, Mrs. McRae,
Present.
Dr. Reynolds, Dr. Richardson,
Present.
Mrs. West,
Here.
Mrs. Ziegler.
Here.
Governor, we have a quorum.
Thank you. We'll now consider a motion to approve the agenda for the March 14th, 2024 meeting of the Alabama State Board of Education.
So moved. Second.
Excuse me. We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor show by raised hand. All those opposed by like sign.
Unanimous vote, Governor.
We'll now consider a motion to approve the minutes from the February 8th, 2024 meeting of the State Board of Education.
So moved.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor show by raised hand. All those opposed show by like sign.
Unanimous vote.
Ms. Thornton, is anyone signed up to speak today?
No, ma'am, there are no public speakers.
Thank you. Is there any unfinished business, Ms. Thornton?
There's no unfinished business.
Thank you. We will now consider a resolution recognizing March 4 through 8, 2024 as National School Breakfast Week in Alabama schools. Is there a motion to adopt?
Move approval. Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor show by raised hand. All those opposed show by like sign.
Unanimous vote.
Thank you. We will now consider a resolution proclaiming March 10th through 16, 2024, as Child and Adult Care Food Program Week in Alabama.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor show by raised hand. All those opposed show by like sign.
Unanimous vote, Governor.
Thank you. We will now consider a resolution to approve educator preparation programs at Alabama A&M. And because we've got several of these to do, I want to ask Dr. Mackey to give us an overview of the educator preparations program.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Governor. I'd be glad to do that. So there are several of these this morning. All of these are related to the UTeach model. We've got Dr. Lee Meadows here with us. As many of you know, Dr. Meadows was instrumental in bringing UTeach to Alabama when he was at UAB through UAB Teach and now the Alabama STEM Council. He has been able to work with, I think it's 7 institutions who have agreed to offer the UTeach model. And the UTeach model was originally developed University of Texas in Austin, but essentially the universities go into non-college of education areas, so they go into engineering, mathematics classes, science classes, and try to recruit people who will add on to their pure science or math or engineering technology degree a teacher certification also. And the university works with them to expedite that so they don't have to stay extra years to get their teacher certification. So we have found, he has found that many of these young people decide to teach, at least for a while, before following their path into pure mathematics or engineering and so forth. I've been able to talk to several of these teachers through years past who graduated UAB Teach, and they make excellent teachers. They're very dedicated to the field. So again, these universities, it went out to everybody, to all of them. These responded and said they wanted to have UTeach, and that the university would take on the responsibility and some cost to implement the UTeach model. The STEM Council also has some funds to help defray those costs, and so Dr. Meadows, this is really a multiple partnership between these institutions, our department and our teacher certification area, and the Alabama STEM Council. And so each of these, as Governor's been gracious to give me time to explain it with C, the first one is Alabama A&M, just so the audience knows. We'll also have resolutions for Athens State, Auburn University at Montgomery, the University of South Alabama, and the University of West Alabama, but they are all essentially the same. It's just different institutions offering the UTeach model.
Thank you, Dr. Mackey, very helpful. We'll now consider a resolution to approve educator preparation programs at Alabama A&M. Is there a motion to adopt?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor show by raised hand. All those opposed show by like sign.
Unanimous vote.
Thank you. We will now consider a resolution to approve educator preparation programs at Athens State University.
I so move, Governor.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor show by raised hand. All those opposed by like sign.
Unanimous vote.
Thank you. We will now consider a resolution to approve educator preparation programs at Auburn University.
So moved.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor show by raised hand. All those opposed show by like sign.
Unanimous vote.
Thank you. We'll now consider a resolution to approve educator preparation program at Auburn University at Montgomery.
So moved.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor show by raised hand. All those opposed show by like sign.
Unanimous vote.
Item G, we will now consider a resolution to approve educator preparation programs at the University of South Alabama. Is there a motion to adopt?
I so move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor show by raised hand. All those opposed show by like sign.
Unanimous vote, Governor.
We'll now consider a resolution to approve educator preparation programs at the University of West Alabama.
So move. Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor show by raised hand. All opposed show by like sign.
Unanimous vote.
Thank you. We will now consider a resolution to approve an alternative teacher preparation organization known as training educators and creating hope. Do I hear a motion to adopt the resolution? So moved. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor show by.
Governor, I have a question if I may.
Okay.
Dr. Mackey, would you be so kind to explain about this alternative preparation? Because there's been quite a bit of confusion, and I know it deals with credit versus non-credit.
Right.
And I think for not only our audience, but our listening audience, I think I'd be most appreciative if you would explain that.
Yes, ma'am. I'd be glad to, Governor.
Thanks.
Is it allowable? So, this would be the first of, there are two more on the work session today to discuss. These are alternative teacher preparation organizations. And this is in response to something we've been working on for a long time. The legislature last year asked us to create a pathway for alternate teacher education programs. Now, how they differ from a traditional College of Ed is these are non-credit bearing private groups that offer a teacher a pathway to accreditation, but not a pathway to a degree. So they already have to have a bachelor's degree. They have to obviously pass a background check. And then they would also have to go through the coursework, through the in this case, the hashtag teach model. The other two, again, we'll discuss later. And then they have to pass, obviously, our certification test. It is a little bit confusing because one is the use of the word alternative, because we also have alternative pathways through our traditional colleges and universities, private and public. And I've had several questions, well, what's the difference? Well, the difference is that alternative, that's an alternative master's degree. We also have an alternative, an ABC alternative bachelor's degree, but those are degree-bearing programs. One of the things also, and a couple of board members have asked me, and I know there may be more questions, but it's about the cost. So the cost of this program is considerably lower than it would be to go through a master's degree program. Why is the cost lower? Well, part of that, the biggest part, is because it's not credit bearing. So they're not getting credit toward a degree. Now, you know, as far as whether people will take advantage of this, that's going to be up to our local school districts and the prospective teachers to apply. We have had interest. We know that in other states that have these programs, there is a lot of interest, usually from people who have a college degree. Now they're in their 30s or 40s, and they decide they want to teach, but they don't want to go back to college. So they want to enter a certification program without going back to get college credit. That is not true for everybody. We do have people who are in their 30s and 40s and say, I want to become a teacher, but I have a bachelor's degree in mathematics, but I want master's pay. Well, in that case, they would have to go to one of our institutions to get that master's degree, to get the master's pay. Otherwise, this is an abbreviated program that only leads to certification. It's non-credit bearing. I will say we've had 4 of these institutes. We're looking at one today. We have now had 4 private corporations that have approached us. This one is before you. You remember they brought a gentleman and a lady from Michigan came down last week to talk about it, or last month, and answer questions. We'll have 2 more today, and they do have representatives that may be here, but they have representatives that are going to be in the work session to answer questions. We have one we have denied, and I won't get into that from the stage, but we are in we're in conversations with them because we've denied that one. And there is a new bill in the legislature too, which I'll also discuss in the legislature, in the work session. And I know, Governor, there may have been some other questions about this, which I'm glad to address.
Dr. Mackey, I just have one quick question. So if the person goes through this program and they have to pass our certification test, by passage of the test, they will be certified, correct?
They successfully complete the program,
Yes,
and they pass the test, yes,
will be
they'll get a
certified.
certificate. Yes, ma'am.
However, it leads to a non-certificated program?
Well, they get a teaching certificate. It does not lead to a degree.
Okay,
So they already have to have
A
a bachelor's degree.
okay.
Again, there's another program out there that's working in Alabama and in some of our schools called REACH, not TEACH, REACH. And REACH is a private college. They're an accredited college, but their mission is to find folks who have some college credit but not a degree, and to help those people attain a degree, so then they can, it's not a teacher certification program.
Okay.
But it's related, because their mission is to help people get a degree, so then they can
Okay.
pursue a teacher certification. And they are working in some of our schools too. But it is confusing,
Right.
because you've got Reach, and you've got Teach, and you
okay.
have, there are 3 or 4 of them, and they all have Teach or Reach in their names, and they have interrelated missions, but not all the same.
Right,
Yes,
but
ma'am.
this one is to get a certification, but not a degree.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Correct.
And Dr. Mackey, I assume our teacher certification department will oversee all these credentialing, just like they do every other program.
Yes, sir. So they would have to do that. And remember, this organization is in the, one of the things we were successful in getting in the law is that, as with our colleges, they have to be CAPE accredited, or there's several stipulations in there, but one of them is CAPE, because remember, in our Literacy Act, institutions have to be CAPE accredited if they're public institutions. The board expanded that to all the private institutions in the state. Not all of our institutions are fully CAPE accredited yet, but they are all well along the pathway in pursuit of that, and so we allow them to issue certificates. This organization, however, I apologize, Dr. Reynolds, they do not issue certificates. We allow them to recommend people for certification. Only the department issues certificates. This organization has their last step in the CAPE process in April, which is their last site visit. And there is a contingency in here that if they are not approved after their final site visit, then this resolution will become void, and we would not. Which is the same thing we do with our institutions. You'll notice we put that caveat on the ones that are in the work session today, that if they lose their accreditation, they're no longer able to recommend people for certification. But that's fortunately not happened to any of our institutions.
So as I clarified, these people only recommend to our department certification, and our department vets and looks at the program to make certain these, before we issue still the certificate, because you mentioned the concept of a certificate. That's only a certificate of completion, not a teaching certificate. Is that correct, sir?
They can recommend, if people complete the program and they pass the certification test, then #Teach would recommend them for certification, and we would issue them a teaching certificate. But they have to complete all the steps.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll now consider item I, a resolution to approve an alternative teacher preparation organization known as Training Educators and Creating Hope. Do I hear a motion to adopt the resolution?
So moved.
We have a motion. Is there a second? Second. We have a second. All in favor, show by raised hand. All those opposed, show by like sign.
I'm abstaining.
I'm abstaining.
And I'm abstaining.
I am also.
Ask for another vote, Governor.
Beg pardon?
Ask them to vote again, please. I didn't see the raising of the hand.
All right, re-vote on item I. All in favor, show by raised hand. All those opposed, show by like sign.
Vote didn't pass.
Say again.
Vote does not pass.
There were no votes, but there are abstentions, so
Abstentions.
there are not enough yes votes to pass it.
Item J, will now announce the intent to adopt the new Alabama Administrative Code Rule 290-3-3-.61 pertaining to literacy coursework and the science of reading. Is there a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor show by raised hand. All those opposed show by like sign.
Unanimous vote.
Item K, we'll now announce intent to repeal and adopt new Alabama Administrative Rule 290-4-3-.01 pertaining to professional learning. Do I hear a motion to adopt?
So move.
We have a motion. Is there a second? Second. All those in favor show by raised hand. All those opposed show by like sign.
Unanimous vote, Governor.
Item L. We'll now announce intent to adopt new Alabama Administrative Code Rule 290-4-3-3-04 pertaining to Alabama standards for school leadership.
So move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second.
May I have an explanation of that? I'm sorry, I wasn't here last month.
Dr. Mackey?
Sure. So as you know, the legislature approved a new principal pathway, new principal stipends, principal and assistant principal stipends that are considerable. And so we are charged then with coming back, there were changes made to the professional learning plan for principals. There were changes made to the number of days they have to spend in professional learning and several other things. So as we've gone in, the professional learning standards for school leadership have not been updated in a decade or two. And so this is updating them so that the new professional learning plans that are required are based on current standards, not old standards.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. We're on item L. Is there a motion to adopt?
So moved.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor show by raised hand. All those opposed show by like sign.
Unanimous vote.
Thank you. Dr. Mackey, do you have any public or legal information to share?
There's none, Governor.
Thank you. Do you have a report today?
I do have a report, Governor. It'd be very brief this much. I do want to recognize, though, Dr. Dana Virgil, and I've lost Dr. Virgil in the crowd. Here she is. So you may remember last month, you approved a resolution recognizing Dr. Virgil, who is the National School Counselor of the Year. She is the school counselor at Delville High School. She was traveling last month and couldn't be able to be with us, and so we wanted to, we don't have a new resolution for her, but I do want to, the board to maybe get a photo with her. We'll try to do that when we move for the board photo. We'll just take her with us, why don't we? But to recognize Dr. Dana Virgil, the National Counselor of the Year.
Can we allow her to comment, please? Can we allow her to comment, please? Can we
Sir.
allow her to comment, please?
Absolutely. Dr. Virgil, anything you'd like to say? Microphone's on there.
Hello, everyone. I just want to thank everyone for this opportunity. I am so blessed and grateful to be able to represent not only Delville City Schools with Delville High School, but the great state of Alabama. Alabama has welcomed me, especially our education department has been just phenomenal in transitioning me to the state. I'm originally from Mississippi, came from Georgia, and now I'm in Alabama, where now I call this home. So I am so blessed to be able to be a part, to be able to be an educator here, and to be able to make a change in our school and be able to succeed. And I just want to give a big shout out to my principal, Mr. Howard Akers, and my superintendent, Joshua Robertson, for everything they have done for allowing me to just blossom at Delville City Schools. Thank you so much, and to the board.
We are very appreciative and proud of the work that you do in Delville, and thank you for representing Alabama on the national stage. Governor, my only other comments this morning to remind everybody that it is Arts Education Month. I thank you. Most of the board members were able to join us yesterday for recognizing elementary and high school students who had won in the superintendent's visual arts contest. It was really nice to be there with all those students and families, and thank you for that. But those festivities continue through the month, including today at 11:10. The Sarah Land Singers will be upstairs in the rotunda, and we'll be up there to listen to them. There will be 2 more musical performances later this month, but this is the last one that occurs on a board meeting day. So we look forward to that. And then as an old science teacher, I have to wish everyone a happy Pi Day because it is 3/14. That concludes my report, Governor.
Thank you, Dr. Mackey. The next meeting of the Alabama State Board of Education will be held on Thursday, April 11, 2024 at 10 a.m. in the Gordon Persons Building Auditorium. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Second.
All those in favor, so by raised hand. All opposed, show by like sign.
Unanimous vote.
We are now adjourned.